And TVC News correspondent Sharon Ijason joins me from the scene of the crash, and Ola Wakon is standing by at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital in Ikeja. Let's begin with you, Sharon. What more can you tell us at this moment about evacuation of this aircraft?
At about some minutes past 4 p.m., the Lagos State Emergency Response Squad was able to evacuate the remaining debris of the crashed helicopter, which occurred at about 12 noon today, 28 August 2020. We still have quite a lot of people moving on. As you can see, one of the affected vehicles is just being towed away by Lasema. So also we still have people, onlookers here, trying to ascertain the level of impact that the helicopter crash have actually had on some of the buildings around the area. Like we earlier reported on TVC News, 3 persons were on board the helicopter. 2 have been confirmed dead, while 1 is seriously ill while 1 is at the ICU at the Lagos State General Hospital. Also, as we speak, I can inform you that after much investigation, I can tell you now that there are no persons injured. Nobody was affected on ground here at Opebi, Lagos. All
right, Sharon, let me stay with you. You said a car has been evacuated as well. That car was damaged, as we can see. What other damages were recorded in that crash?
Just a little bit of structural damage. The helicopter crashed into a residential building, so it's just a fence that was affected. No person was injured on ground, but like I said, unfortunately 2 persons died, and 1 person is critically ill and at the ICU at the General Hospital.
All right, let's go now to Ola, who is at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital. Ola, what can you tell us about the condition of the patient that was brought in?
Oh, yes, as I speak with you, I am at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, and I spoke with Dr. Ibrahim Mustafa. That is the Director of Clinical Services and Training, and he told us that as at 1 p.m. that 3 patients were brought in, 2 were brought in dead, and 1 was being resuscitated. And during the interview, we got information from the surgery unit that the condition of the person who was being resuscitated was critical, and what we just need to do now is to pray that he, gets back alive. But the condition, as at when I spoke with the doctor, was actually critical. So 3 patients were brought in.
All right, let's get to Sharon. Sharon, can you help us confirm the nationality of those who were involved in this crash?
And from the international passport that we saw when it was retrieved by the Accident Investigative Bureau, there were Nigerian passports that we saw. And I also have with me the Director General of the Lasema, Dr. Sointon. Please, can you face us? So you've been here since at about past 12 noon. Can you tell us, give us updates on what has happened here so far?
Well, the incident occurred at 12 noon. It was a helicopter mishap. It occurred at a densely populated area. And again, it occurred in a residential area, 16A Salvation. However, we are able to save 1 man, and the person has been evacuated to Teaching Hospital. We recovered 2 bodies, and the 2 bodies have been deposited in the mortuary. However, it is pertinent to note that we are able to prevent secondary complications such as fire. It is pertinent to note that we work as a team, and also the crowd control was well perfected. The police, led by the Commissioner of Police, we are able to do justice to crowd control. However, we still have challenges in social distancing. Again, we assure the people of that area of their safety. We've now removed the wreck to the AIB office, where they will conduct further investigations. We are coming back to do fumigation of the place. We are coming back to do material testing of the structure. I appeal to the people of Lagos State to remain calm and cool and collected. We are on top of the challenges. We are on top of everything. We assure them of their safety under the watch of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu.
Okay, we've heard from the Director General of LASEMA. He has reassured Lagos Lagosians of their safety, and they are trying to tell us now that they're on top of the game and they've been able to take charge, and of course fumigation exercise will take place afterwards.
All right. Sharon, quickly, because you're speaking with the people in charge, can you help us confirm efforts being made to reach family members of those involved in the crash?
Like the Director General said earlier, that their bodies have been deposited in the mortuary. Of course, the Incident Bureau has actually taken their international passports, and they are working hand in hand with the policemen to ensure that they get in touch with their family members, and further investigations will actually take place to ensure that they get to the bottom of the whole issue. Also, I'd like to add that from eyewitness reports, the helicopter was seen to be hovering for more than 15 minutes, and the pilot was able to discharge the fuel before landing, and that is why there is not much effect of the crash here at Ikeja, Lagos.
Let's get to Ola, who is at the hospital. Ola, we're just talking about whether the family members have been reached. Have you seen any member of this family at the hospital?
Well, as I speak with you, we have not seen any member of the victims that were brought into the hospital. But when I was discussing with the doctor during the interview, he made it clear that the patient who was actually being resuscitated and now that the hospital attendants tried to stop, because that's the condition that the patient is now. He cannot speak with anybody. So at the moment, I have not seen any of the family members of the victims that were brought in. Just like I said earlier on, let me reiterate again that two victims were brought in dead, and then one in critical situation that will be taken to the intensive care unit, and we pray that he survives it. As at the time we were speaking with the doctor, he was in a very, very critical situation. The condition was critical.
All right, Ola, thanks for that update. Our correspondent Ola Awako live for us at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, and Sharon Ijaso, who is at the Opebi area of Ikeja, where a helicopter crashed in earlier today. Thanks to both of you.